Hey everyone, welcome back to Tune in English, your daily English listening practice.
Hi, guys. We're so happy you're here with us today. If this is your first time listening, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our daily conversations.
All right, Anna, let me ask you something. Have you finished editing that new podcast episode?
No, I haven't finished it yet. I'm still working on it. The intro music is still not quite right, and I'm still adjusting the sound levels.
Did you hear what you just said?
What? Was it that bad?
No, it was perfect. You said, I haven't finished it yet, and I'm still working on it. You used both yet and still in the same answer.
Oh, wow. You're right. I didn't even think about it. I just said it naturally.
Exactly, and that's what we're talking about today. How to use still and yet in everyday English.
I'm excited about this one because, honestly, I used to confuse these two all the time. Sometimes I'd just say one and hope it sounded right.
Same here. A lot of English learners think still and yet mean exactly the same thing. They both connect to time. They both often appear in similar situations, but they're not identical.
Okay, so let's make it really clear. What's the simplest difference?
Here's the easiest way to think about it. Still means something is continuing. It started in the past and it hasn't stopped.
So it's ongoing.
Exactly, ongoing. But yet means something hasn't happened, but you expect it to happen.
Ah, so still is about continuation, yet is about expectation.
Perfect summary.
Let me test this. If I say I'm still hungry, that means my hunger continues. I was hungry before and I'm hungry now.
Yes, the feeling hasn't stopped.
But if I say I haven't eaten yet, that means eating hasn't happened, but I plan to eat.
Exactly, you expect that action to happen in the future.
Oh, that already feels clearer. One focuses on what continues, the other focuses on what hasn't happened.
Right, let's look at another pair. It's still raining.
That means the rain started earlier and it continues now. It hasn't stopped.
And has the rain stopped yet?
That means we're waiting for it to stop. It hasn't stopped, but we expect it to.
Perfect.
So still describes the current situation continuing, yet describes a missing action we're waiting for.
That's it. And here's something important, sentence position.
Oh yes, this is where people get confused.
All right, so still usually goes in the middle of the sentence, before the main verb.
Like, I still live here. She still works at that company.
Exactly. But with the verb to be, it comes after the verb.
Right, I am still tired. He is still here.
Good. That position rule helps a lot.
So basically, still is usually in the middle except with to be.
Yes. Now let's talk about yet. Yet usually goes at the end of the sentence.
Especially in questions and negative sentences.
Right. Have you finished yet? I haven't finished yet. She hasn't called yet.
Always at the end. That feels simple.
It is simple for the most common usage.
Wait, you said most common. That means there's more.
Of course there's more. This is English.
Of course.
But before we go deeper, let's compare two very similar sentences. I still haven't finished and I haven't finished yet.
Ooh, those sound almost identical.
They're close, but there's a slight difference in focus.
Okay, explain.
Okay, I still haven't finished emphasizes the continuation of not finishing. Maybe I was supposed to finish yesterday, but the situation continues.
So it feels a little frustrated, like I can't believe I'm still not done.
Exactly, there's often emotion there.
And I haven't finished yet feels more neutral, like it hasn't happened, but it will.
Yes, it's more about expectation than frustration.
That's such a subtle difference, but I can feel it.
Native speakers feel it more than they think about it.
So could I say both together? I still haven't finished yet.
Absolutely, that's very natural.
So they can work together.
They're best friends.
I love that. They're not enemies, they just have different personalities.
Exactly. Still is about continuation, yet is about expectation.
Okay, I think it's starting to click.
Good, because we're about to go deeper.
All right, I'm ready. Let's go deeper.
Okay, let's explore some everyday situations where choosing still or yet changes the meaning completely.
I love real life examples. That's where it really sticks.
Good. Imagine this. You're waiting for a friend at a cafe. It's been 20 minutes. You check your phone and say, she's still not here.
That feels like I've been waiting for a while. The not arriving is continuing.
Exactly. There's a sense of time passing.
Now, compare that to she isn't here yet.
That sounds more patient, like she's expected to arrive soon.
Right. The second one doesn't emphasize how long you've been waiting, it just says the arrival hasn't happened. So if I'm annoyed, I might say, she's still not here.
Yes, and if you're calm, you'd probably say, she's not here yet.
Oh, I like that. The emotional tone is different.
Very different. Let's try another one. Do you still live in Melbourne?
That question suggests something happened. Maybe I lived here last year and you're checking if that's still true.
Exactly. Now, can we say, do you live in Melbourne yet?
That sounds strange. It sounds like I'm planning to move there, but I haven't done it yet.
Yes, that would only make sense if moving to Melbourne was your future plan.
So still checks continuation, yet checks whether something expected has happened.
Perfect. Now, let's talk about questions with yet. These are extremely common in everyday English.
Like parents asking kids questions?
Exactly. Have you done your homework yet?
Every child in the world has heard that sentence.
And what does it mean?
The homework hasn't been completed, at least the parent thinks so, but they expect it to be done.
Right. Now imagine the teenager answers, I'm still doing it.
That means the homework started earlier and continues now.
Exactly. That's a perfect contrast. Have you done it yet? Versus I'm still doing it.
Oh, that's such a natural example.
Here's another one. Think about relationships.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Do you still love him?
That question suggests something happened. Maybe there was a fight or a breakup. It's asking if the feeling continues.
Yes. Now compare that to have you told him yet?
That means telling hasn't happened, but it should.
Exactly. Still for ongoing emotion, yet for missing action.
So, still often connects to feelings and states, yet often connects to actions.
That's a very good observation. Not always, but very often.
Let me try something. I still feel nervous before presentations.
That means the nervousness continues even if you've done many presentations before.
And I haven't given my presentation yet.
That means the presentation hasn't happened, but it will.
Wow, I'm really starting to feel the difference in my body when I say them.
That's important. Language isn't just logic, it's feeling.
Okay, can we talk about position again? Because learners always ask about grammar rules.
Of course. So remember, still usually goes in the middle of the sentence before the main verb.
Like, I still need help. She still wants to travel. They still haven't replied.
Yes. Notice that last one, they still haven't replied. Still comes before haven't.
Oh, that's important. Before the auxiliary verb.
Exactly. Still usually goes before the auxiliary verb in negative sentences.
So not, they haven't replied still.
No, that sounds unnatural.
Okay, good to know.
Now with yet, it's much simpler. In negative sentences and questions, it almost always goes at the end.
I haven't replied yet. Have they replied yet?
Exactly. So if someone says, I haven't eaten, it sounds incomplete.
Yes, native speakers almost automatically add yet.
I haven't eaten yet. That sounds natural.
Very natural.
Okay, here's something I've heard. Is he still here versus is he here yet?
Ah, beautiful pair. Is he still here means he arrived earlier and you're checking if he has left.
So maybe he's been at the party for 3 hours.
Exactly. But is he here yet means he hasn't arrived and you're waiting for him.
Oh, that's such a clear difference.
Completely different situations, same words, different focus.
This is actually fun.
Good. Let's raise the difficulty a little.
Uh-oh. Don't worry. Let's talk about yet another.
Oh, yes, like yet another email.
Exactly. In this case, yet doesn't mean not happened. It means one more, and usually with frustration.
Like when your phone buzzes again and you think yet another notification.
Perfect example. It implies repetition and a slight annoyance.
So, yet another problem, yet another delay, yet another meeting.
Yes, and you can feel the emotional weight.
Definitely. It sounds tired.
Now, still also has extra meanings.
Of course it does. English never keeps things simple.
True. Still can also mean despite that.
Oh, like it was raining, but we still went hiking.
Exactly. The rain happened, but the action continued anyway.
So, still here means nevertheless.
Yes. Another example, I was exhausted, but I still finished the report.
That feels strong, determined.
It shows persistence.
So, still carries this feeling of continuation or persistence, either in time or despite obstacles.
Beautifully said.
And yet,
Yet can also mean but in more formal English.
like in books,
Yes. For example, the task was difficult, yet rewarding.
that sounds poetic.
It's more common in writing than speaking, but you'll hear it sometimes.
So, she was young, yet wise.
Exactly.
That's good to recognize, even if we don't use it every day.
Right. But the everyday use, the one you need for daily conversations, is mostly in questions and negatives.
Okay, I feel like we've covered a lot, but I still want more examples.
And you haven't run out of energy yet.
Not yet.
Perfect answer. All right, let's make this practical. I want everyone listening to feel confident using still and yet in real conversations.
Yes, let's do some rapid fire situations. I love those.
Okay, imagine it's 11 p.m. and you see your friend online. You text them, "Are you still awake?"
That means they were awake before, and you're checking if that continues.
Exactly. Now compare that to, "Are you awake yet?"
That would only make sense in the morning, like you're waiting for them to wake up.
Perfect. Two completely different times of day, two different meanings.
Oh, that's such a clear contrast.
Here's another one. You're waiting for food at a restaurant. You ask the waiter, "Is our order ready yet?"
That means the food hasn't come, but we expect it soon.
Yes. Now imagine the waiter says, "It's still cooking."
So the cooking started earlier and continues now.
Exactly. Yet checks for completion. Still describes continuation.
I'm starting to see this pattern everywhere.
That's when you know it's working. Now let's talk about one of the most common short answers in English, not yet.
Oh, yes, two simple words, so powerful.
Someone asks, "Have you booked your flight?" You say, "Not yet."
Have you called your mom? Not yet.
Have you watched that new series? Not yet.
It's almost like a universal answer for it will happen, but it hasn't happened.
Exactly. And notice, we don't usually say still not as a short answer.
Right. We don't answer still not. That sounds strange.
We might say no, not yet, but not just still not.
That's such a helpful detail.
Now let's look at a very emotional phrase. I still can't believe it.
Oh, yes, I use that a lot.
When do you use it?
When something surprising happened and the surprise hasn't disappeared. Like, I still can't believe we won. Or, I still can't believe you moved to another country.
Exactly. The disbelief continues.
So, again, continuation.
Right. And here's a hopeful one with yet. The best is yet to come.
I love that phrase. It feels optimistic, like the future holds something better.
Yes, it means the best part hasn't happened, but it will.
That's such a beautiful expression.
Here's another useful phrase. Better yet.
Oh, I love this one.
It means an even better idea. For example, we could order takeout. Or, better yet, we could cook together.
Or you could email her, better yet, call her directly.
Exactly. It introduces a stronger suggestion.
So, yet isn't always negative. Sometimes it introduces improvement.
Yes. Now let's challenge our listeners a bit.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'll describe a situation and you use still or yet.
Let's do it.
You plan to clean your apartment this weekend, but it's Sunday night and you haven't started.
I still haven't cleaned the apartment yet.
Perfect. That sounds so natural.
It shows the delay continues and the action hasn't happened.
Exactly. Now, your friend moved abroad last year. You ask someone about them.
Does she still live in Spain?
Yes. Now imagine you're waiting for her to arrive at the airport.
Has she landed yet?
Beautiful. That's the difference in action.
This is actually becoming automatic now.
That's the goal. We want it to feel natural, not forced.
Can I try one on you?
Go ahead.
You've been studying guitar for 2 years.
I ask, do you still practice every day?
That means you're checking if the habit continues.
Yes. And if I ask, have you performed on stage yet?
That means performing hasn't happened, but it's expected someday.
Exactly.
I think you've mastered it.
I think I have, and I'm still excited about it.
And you haven't gotten bored yet?
Not yet. Perfect.
Before we finish, let's do a quick recap for everyone listening.
Good idea. Number 1. Still means something continues. It started in the past and hasn't stopped.
I still work here. She's still sleeping. We're still waiting.
Number 2. Yet means something hasn't happened, but we expect it to.
I haven't finished yet. Is he here yet? They haven't replied yet.
Number 3. Still usually goes before the main verb, except with to be.
I still remember, but I am still tired.
Number 4. Yet usually goes at the end of negative sentences and questions.
Have you eaten yet? I haven't eaten yet.
Number 5. Both can appear together, and that's completely natural.
I still haven't decided yet.
And finally, both words have extra meanings, like still meaning nevertheless, and yet meaning but in formal English.
But for daily conversation, focus on continuation versus expectation.
Exactly.
So here's our question for you. What is something you still haven't done this year?
Maybe it's a goal. Maybe it's a trip you've been avoiding.
Write a sentence in the comments using both still and yet.
Practice makes progress.
And remember, you're still improving your English.
And your best English is yet to come.
We love that.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share Tune in English with a friend.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.